Right, it looks like we're live. So, hi, I'm Dr. Allie, the Midlife Medicine Woman, and I help women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s to regain control of their raging hormones, rekindle relationships, rediscover their purpose, and rest peacefully at night. So then they can sail through menopause with confidence and ease and create and live a life they love without becoming or remaining dependent on the medical system. I do this via my 7-step hormone success system. So menopause is a natural part of life, but it can be stressful. It's important to take time for yourself during this transitional phase, and that includes setting up a routine that works best for you. And that may not be the same as what works for other people. We get it. Your life is busy, but there are some things you can do to make the most of menopause. Try these simple activities that will help you keep balance during this transitional phase. The best way to get through menopause is by creating this routine that will work for you. And here are some tips to help you to make the most of it. First thing you can do is to establish a healthy sleep pattern, which will help to regulate your hormones and moods. Getting enough sleep is crucial for hormone regulation. It will help you to keep you feeling balanced during the menopause. And most people need around 8 hours of sleep each night, but most people don't get that. Most people don't prioritize their sleep enough. You personally may need more or less depending on your own body, not depending on whether you are too busy to sleep. And how many of you put your hands up to that? All last year, I was burning the candle both ends, and that was not doing my health any good at all. Now I have got myself back into a pattern of getting 8 hours sleep a night, of which 2 hours is spent in meditation and healing, which is amazing. And I'm feeling so much better for it. So really important to try to go to bed and wake up at the same time each day to help regulate your body's natural clock. And ideally, it is better for you to get to bed before around 10 o'clock, between 10 and 12, between 10 and 11. That's optimal. It's been shown to be optimal for release of your natural melatonin, which is your sleep hormone. And it's also an anti-aging hormone. So really crucial in menopause and perimenopause as well. Another thing to do is to, when you do get up, go out and that yoga move of worship the sun. So I don't actually do that yoga move, but I am just simply bearing that in mind when I'm talking about it. But I go out, even if it's still dark, getting out there, outside, stretching and facing the sun and facing where the sun's going to come up in winter. That really, really helps to turn off your melatonin hormone, which helps it to replenish in time for the next night. And it helps to turn on your cortisol hormone, which is an important part of your diurnal hormone balance and will really help you have the energy you want for the day. Next, do try eating more fruits and vegetables. The fiber in these foods may also help with hormone regulation, and it can help to lower cholesterol levels and reduce the risk of heart disease. Well, you may think, well, I'm not worried about heart disease, but in actual fact, heart disease is still the biggest killer in the Western world. And once we women go through menopause, our risk of heart disease catches up with that of men. And this is a really important thing to bear in mind. So do look after your heart and your heart health. So eating a healthy diet is important for overall health, including during this menopause stage. Eating more fruits and vegetables is a great way to improve your health during menopause. These fruits and vegetables are packed with nutrients that can help you keep feeling your best. And some of those minerals and vitamins that are in the fruits and vegetables and aren't found elsewhere are crucial cofactors in your energy production within your cells. So really important. And then there's the fiber in fruits and vegetables, really important with human regulation, to keep your bowels working regularly, to keep your microbiome in good nick. So your bacterial balance in your gut is really important for hormone balance again. It's all this beautiful synergistic processes that go on in your body where all your hormones are working together and your systems. So your microbiome, your good bacteria in your gut are an important part of your hormone regulation. So help them with your fiber, which also works as a prebiotic to help your good bacteria to munch on. So we want to feed our good bacteria and not our bad bacteria. So we don't want to be adding in processed foods and things that are over packaged and over processed. So, and again, this fiber will help with cholesterol and heart disease. So try to make sure you include a variety of different fruits and vegetables in your diet to get the most benefit, because all these different colors of fruit and veg will have different vitamins, antioxidants, and minerals in. But important to have a high proportion of green leafy vegetables in your diet. I have them in my smoothie in the morning, I have them in my salad at lunchtime, and I always have a green leafy vegetable with my meal at night as well. So finally, the next stage is take time for yourself each day, whether it's reading or watching movies or taking long walks. This will help you to feel happier inside while also reducing stress levels so your body doesn't produce as many stress hormones. And as we've said, cortisol production, if you have too much cortisol production, that will increase aging. So it's really important to take time for yourself during the menopause and perimenopause. It can be something as simple as taking a relaxing bath. Remember those? Maybe you haven't had any since pre-kids. Putting some lavender oil in the bath can be a real help. Reading a book, but not a thriller that's going to get your mind racing as you go off to sleep. But reading a book is part of self-care, but if it's just before bed, make sure it's a calming book. Taking a walk outdoors, really, really helpful. And the benefits of connecting with nature really can't be underestimated. Really, really helpful. And I'm lucky I've got 3 dogs, so I take a walk outdoors several times a day. And I've got a beautiful garden as well. So taking some of this time each day also to focus on yourself can really help you to feel more balanced and happier. And one thing that I recommend is that you do some journaling. So if you're finding you're having some of those racing, stressy thoughts that can often be part of perimenopause, it may be that you're not that you're worrying about your kids, you're worrying about your parents, you're worrying about your boss or your relationship. If you can take some time before you go off to sleep to journal and just release those thoughts out onto the page with no expectation, no editing. You're not expecting to read it again. You're not expecting anybody else to read it again. And that will help to get rid of those racing thoughts before you go to bed. And that will reduce any insomnia and general anxiety. And another thing I recommend just before you go to bed is to write down 3 things you're grateful for, but not just in terms of I'm grateful for my house, I'm grateful for my job, but in terms of how it makes you feel. I'm grateful for my house because it's such a great home for myself, my husband, and my kids. Or I am so grateful for my dogs because of the way they make me feel, and I so love the fact that they give me that unconditional love when I get home from work. These sort of things that bring in some feeling can really help you to relax before you go to sleep. And other things that you can do to take time for yourself. When you're feeling overwhelmed, again, taking a little time for yourself can be a great way to rebalance and relax. Menopause can be a challenging time, and it's important to take care of yourself in the best way possible. And one way is to be setting up this routine that works best for you. So mine includes the morning routine of facing the sun and doing some bursts of exercise and stretches and some yoga and the meditation before that. And my evening routine includes making sure I get it to bed on time and journaling and gratitude. So spending time in nature is important because it increases the calmness. The green of the nature is very relaxing and calm, and I find it really helps me to put my worries in perspective. You only have to look up into a big spreading oak tree, knowing that it's been around for 200 or 300 years, to realize that that oak has seen a lot more trauma in its life than I've got going on in my life at this moment. So that can be helpful. Another way of reducing stress levels can be with relaxation techniques. So stress can have a negative impact on your health during menopause, and it can increase menopause symptoms. So reducing your stress levels is really important. And one way to do this is by using relaxation techniques such as yoga, meditation, or deep breathing. And these techniques can help you calm down and relax. And then another thing that can help is making sure you're really putting some self-care thoughts into your morning and evening skincare routine. And use parabens-free skincare products. And with your morning routine, just send yourself love as you're putting your creams on and making sure they're the best possible ones that can really help reduce aging. And again, in the evening, be calm, send love to the creams that you're putting onto your face, and that really helps, and send love to your face and your soul as you're doing your evening self-care routine. So I'd like you to join Amy de Bossart and myself tomorrow on Self-Care Sunday. We are doing a fabulous health and wellness seminar, and it's a spa day. So it's going to give you a chance to learn about some great skincare products, learn some techniques for de-stressing. I'm going to take you through some breathing techniques. You're going to do a little bit of journaling about where your thoughts are and how to release some of this stress. And it's going to be a great opportunity to learn more tips about how to make the most of menopause and feel your best during this transitional phase. So I hope you'll join me. And if you want access to the show notes for today's Facebook Live or my free ebook, Love the Skin You're Living In, let me know below. I'm Dr. Allie, the Midlife Medicine Woman, and I'm grateful for your time today.